Hello students of Standard 6. Welcome to DAV Mall Public School. I am your English teacher Jagruti Meshram. Let's begin our today's online session of English. Today we will continue with the same topic, Thrill in School Life, Girl Gang Part 2. Before proceeding further, let us quickly recapitulate what we studied in our previous session. The Girl Gang is a story about friendship of a group of girls. It was Saturday afternoon and narrator was coming back after doing the shopping by train. In the same train, there was her classmate Christy. The ticket collector came and asked for the ticket. Narrator showed her ticket, but Christy was not having the ticket. The ticket collector asked Christy to buy a new ticket, but Christy was not having the money. She begged the ticket collector. Next day, in school, when the school was over, the narrator, as usual, was in school for doing her homework in library. And suddenly, Christy rushed there and said, if the old sore breath asked for her, say you didn't see her. Old sore breath was actually their geography teacher, Mr. Sawyer. When the teacher came and asked the narrator about Christy, she said she had not seen her. The teacher took the narrator to his room. The whole room was wrecked. All the maps and displays were into pieces. Again, the teacher asked, have you seen Christy? To this again the narrator replied, no. Now let's see what happens further in the story. After this incident, the narrator came out of the school. Outside the school, Christy was waiting for the narrator. She told her that she had never seen or said lie to anybody. She noticed 4 other girls standing on the opposite side of the road. One of them was in her class. She didn't recognize the others. Christy said, we have been planning this revenge attack for days. Sore Breath has been asking for it the way he always picked on her. He thinks because she is a girl and won't do anything. Well, now he knows differently. No one bullies her and gets away with it. It is like girl power, she replied. That's exactly what is. But remember, not a word to anyone. She won't let you down. Next day, the narrator opened her geography book. She found a note on it. It was for her. Her heart began to beat very fast. It was written in the note, urgent meet in the park, 8 o'clock tonight. It's Christy. The narrator told her mom that she was going out with some girls for some class. The narrator walked on quickly. The park was dark and silent. She was feeling really nervous. Then shapes appeared out of the darkness. A group of girls boomed over me. Christy stepped forward. She introduced the other girls to the narrator. A girl called Sandra seemed to be the leader. She was in the air above the narrator at school. The girl walked either side of the narrator. They came out of the park and Janice was waiting on the way. She looked very surprised to see the narrator. Janice was holding a carrier bag full of apples. Christy asked the narrator, "Do you remember the conductor on the train who was so nasty to me?" To this, narrator replied, "Yes." Janice's assignment was to find out where he lived and lead the revenge attack. So, the ticket collector and his wife are inside the house. She said, "Let's go." She swam through the back gate and hid behind the shade. Then, after the signal, Janice charged towards the greenhouse windows. There was a whispered cheer. Then everyone joined in, even the narrator. The greenhouse was bombarded with apples. Christy then warned that somebody is looking. Everyone ran off. They could hear man's voice shouting after them. The others were far away. When the narrator was suddenly exhausted, the narrator thought that she could not run another step. But Christy encouraged her, "Keep going, you can do it." And the narrator tried her hardest. Finally, they were out of range of that man. They all were shaking hands by Janice. Sandra said, "That was brilliant." Christy said, "No one messes with us and gets away with us. We will help each other." Suddenly, Sandra was towering over the narrator and said, "You must promise not to reveal anything you have seen tonight." The narrator promised yes. Christy said, "Well, we might have some news for you soon." The narrator watched the girls walk away, a small army. She wondered what the news might be. Were they going to let me be a member? That was such an exciting idea. She hardly dared to think about it. Next day, after school, Christy and Sandra were waiting for the narrator. Christy said, "We have nominated new members. I would like to nominate you." Narrator was so pleased she could hardly speak, but she was happy that at last she was a part of Girl Power Gang. So dear students, here we end our story. Actually, Christy and her gang indulged in unruly activities to assert their power. But power is not about willful behavior. It is all about righteous behavior. So dear students, don't do like this. It is said that school time is the best time of one's life. It is a wonderful mix of experiences, some really good, some funny, rib-tickling ones, and few somewhat nightmarish. Let us listen to a thrilling incident from the speaker's life. As you listen to the tape script, number the events in order in which they happened. Aerodynamic mishap. "I made a paper aeroplane. It really was the best. I made a paper aeroplane. It really was the best. It took my time to make it right. To that, I can attest. I would plan it all so thoroughly. I had sketched from either side. I had planned it all so thoroughly. I had sketched from either side. I knew that all would be amazed to see it swoop and dive. But its first flight was not too planned, though it soared up high. But its first flight was not too planned, though it soared up high. The teacher turned, it crashed and burned. The teacher turned and crashed and burned and hit in her eye. My plane screamed up, went in the beans. All agreed was a shame. My plane screamed up, went up in the beans. All agreed it was shame. But my teachers got a big black eye, and I am the only to blame. And I am the only to blame. Now dear students, on the basis of your reading of the story, write who the following people are: Christy, Janice, Mr. Dawson, Alice, Sandra, Old Swordbreath, and write true or false for the statement. Dear students, complete the following statement, then complete the following table and answer the question of what. We know that Christy and her gang indulge in unruly activities to assert their power. Power is not about willful behavior. It is about righteous behavior. What qualities and values should we try to inculcate in ourselves to make this society a better place to live in? Few have been listed below: tolerance, secularism, and empathy. To make this society a better place to live, we should. So, you have to write some points. Here are few words from the story, but the letters are jumbled. Using the hints given, unjumble the words to find the correct answer. Here we end our lesson. Have a nice day. Thank you.